If I was starting out from scratch today with no gold or silver, there's plenty I'd avoid and there'd be plenty I'd actively seek out. Precious metals can seem intimidating if you knew, but don't worry. Today I'm going to break down exactly what makes sense to buy in the current market, just my view, so it can help you make smart, confident decisions. When you're investing in precious metals, always remember, use your head before your heart. Now, it's something easy to fall for. You can fall for something really nice and shiny, unique, without even thinking it through. And I've made emotional purchases in the past, and it happens to everybody, so you won't be alone. But the thing is, you have to sometimes learn the hard way. It's crucial to think practically. Ask yourself, why am I buying this? Will it hold value, or will it appreciate over time? I mean, if you can answer those two questions, it will guide smarter purchases in the future. If you think it's going to go up in value or hold its value, you're going to be onto a winner, aren't you? If it turns out that way. I mean, if we're honest, right now the precious metals market is very complex. Silver prices are up and down. I think the day recording, we're almost up at £29 spot price. I mean, when the prices are high and fluctuating like that, it can be a bit risky for beginners. But on the other hand, gold is still pretty high. I think at the moment we're around 2,500, around that for an ounce. So gold seems to be a bit more stable. So it might be, at the moment, rather than silver, gold might be the safety entry point, as it were. But of course, it's also, you need to choose wisely when you're buying your gold. These little 1 gram bars like this, of course, hold a very high premium. So you've got to bear that in mind, but it all depends on your budget and what you're trying to achieve. In an ideal world, of course, you'd buy as close to spot as you can and as heavy as you could. But not all gold investments are equal, are they? As we'll find out. Instead of large, expensive pieces that we've just touched on that tie up your cash and can be very difficult to resell, look at the fractional metals, smaller pieces like these little 1 gram bars or 2.5 gram bars like this Pamp one. And of course, smaller coins as well, don't forget coins. For these type of pieces, they're a lot easier to trade, easier to liquidate down the line if you want to sell. And often they'll come with a slightly higher premium. But that's just life, because obviously a smaller piece and a big piece, they both pretty much cost the same to process and to create. If you're considering silver, there's lots of things to think about. Are you going to just concentrate on lower premium bullion silver, as it were, like, generic bars? Or are you going to try and go for the more premium bullion, something a bit nicer like this Royal Mint? You see this one? This is quite a nice bar. If you see that one there, the Royal Mint 1 ounce, the Gothic Crown bar, really cool, really nice design. But again, what's gonna do better over time? Who knows? You tell me. But I'm guessing it's going to be this one, because it's more of a limited run. It's a nicer bar in my view, and this is just your standard generic bullion stacking bar. But of course, you've also got limited edition art pieces, one of a kind. I mean, this is the thing to think about. How do these stack up? Which one of these over the long term is going to be worth more? Which one's going to go up in value more? Now, of course, the beginning premiums are a lot different. This is probably the lowest, then this, then of course this will be the highest premium. So you got to bear that in mind when you're buying. But these items will all maintain intrinsic metal value, but obviously the potential for some collectible appeal and artist appeal, especially on the hand-poured stuff. But I'm going to be biased, aren't I? And of course, you've got to be thinking about when you come to sell. You want precious metals that you can easily turn into cash if needed. Certain collectible silver items can appreciate in value, but they might require a bit more effort to sell. You need someone who appreciates that art. Of course, you've still got the intrinsic metal value, but it depends how much spot price has gone up, whether you'll get out of those. Therefore, in my view, when you're just first starting off, it might be prudent and sensible to, kind of balance your stack. A bit like they do in trading stocks and shares, have like a diversified portfolio. So you can both have like easily liquid assets that are easy to sell, generic bullion, and carefully chosen collectible pieces that, might be a bit harder to sell, but they really enhance your portfolio. And who knows, you could really hit it big with the higher premiums on some of this when you come to sell, if you pick the right artists and the right bars. So if I had a fresh, I don't know, say £10,000 today, what would I buy? I'd try and buy a balanced stack. I'd probably, as if it was today, in the current climate, I'd probably go for fractional pieces, and I'd probably complement those with some collectible art pieces, some really cool art bits that spoke to me that I really liked and I could enjoy. And of course, if you pick the right artists, the right silver pourers, in time, they could really go up in value. I'd avoid speculative purchase on high premium, obscure collectibles, unless they kind of align with my long-term strategy. I think balance is key here. You can find some proof coins with horrendous premiums, but should you ever go at them? Maybe one or two, just in case, hedge your bets, as it were. Ultimately, I think the best approach for anyone starting out or looking at and reassessing their precious metals strategy is practicality. Choose quality over quantity, liquidity over rarity, and of course, reputation over speculation. And remember, educate yourself continuously about the market. Knowledge is your best investment. If you think a bar's going to do well, or you see something coming, a bit like these have got to be a good bet, haven't they? These, and these as well, the Queen's Beasts. Everyone loves these. So again, in the future, I think those two bars should hold well over the long term if you wanted to stack those. So knowledge is key, of course. Your journey in precious metals should be confident and enjoyable. Stack smart, stack safe, and trust your decisions by doing your research. And obviously, from time to time, buy a little something you like, and it brings a smile to your face. So if you do want to put a smile on your face, check out Stacker Social's Discord server, because on Sunday, the 3rd of August, I'm going to be selling some really cool hand-poured silver artwork, a bit like you could see on the screen. So scan the QR code up there and head on over. There's a link in the description. Thanks for watching, folks, and keep on stacking.